everyone. So today is another weight loss journey update because I do have another update finally. And I just want to go a little more in depth into the current state of things on my weight loss journey. So as a refresher, if you are new here or you haven't checked in or seen any of my weight loss videos before, I am currently on a weight loss journey and have been for over a year now. I am currently on a medication called Wegovy. I am on 2.4 milligrams, which is the max dosage of this medication, and I have been at that dose for over a year now. That being said, my current struggle is that the effects of the medication have greatly worn off. Which I have heard from not only my doctor, but also, other people and other doctors that it does tend to be the case. It is pretty common. So for me, the only real effect that this medication still has is that I can't eat as much when I do eat, which is nice. It's better than nothing at all, which is why, I put up with, the loss of the other effects, because I like being full within a reasonable amount of food, right? I used to be able to eat way too much. I used to binge. I was never satisfied. I was always hungry. And no matter how much I ate, I would eat and eat until I felt sick, because I just didn't get the sensation of feeling full until it was basically too late. And so the fact that, I do have a little bit of control now as far as like how much I can eat is really nice. That being said, I am back to being hungry all the time. I am constantly hungry. And in this isn't just like I feel like tasting something or snacking. I mean, it does happen. Like, I do crave things. But I legitimately am getting like those hunger pangs, and like my stomach is growling and I'm feeling sick. But it's no matter how much protein I eat or, anything else, I am still just hungry all the time. Like within 30-40 minutes after I eat something, I'm hungry again, which now I know is not normal. At least for me, it's not supposed to be normal. And so it is leading to me wanting to eat way more than I should. Otherwise, I get very sick if I'm not eating. So it's a struggle, and I do have more cravings. So when I first started this medication, as well as the one that I was on before this, which was the Saxenda, I did pretty well on that one and this one for a while. But I did not crave sweets as much on those. In general, I didn't crave very much at all, and I ate pretty much to give my body nutrients and fuel, and I really enjoyed that. But here we are again, and all I want to do is eat, and it is just consuming me again, and it's just on my brain constantly, and it's just a lot of food noise. It's no good. I am still, doing my best to prevent any weight gain or, falling back into bad habits. So I am eating pretty normally. I did kind of fall off a little bit, especially when it came to trying like things here and there for YouTube. Unfortunately, I do slip and eat some things that I probably shouldn't. Like, I don't have any real restrictions on my diet, but I don't want to be eating a ton of, really bad processed things or fast food and stuff like that. That being said, I am still trying things for YouTube, but I'm trying to try, I don't know what that was outside. I'm trying to try things that are healthy alternatives. And then occasionally I will try something that is less healthy, but like, I don't want to make it like a regular thing that I do, multiple times a week or anything like that, So I'm still pretty much sticking to what I should be as far as, how much I'm eating and the types of food I'm eating. I'm trying to get all my protein in, still struggling to stay hydrated. I'm going to be completely transparent that I'm still not the greatest when it comes to drinking enough water. But it hasn't left my mind. I'm still trying to focus on that. but that's, and then as far as my weight goes, so my lowest was 173. I currently, unfortunately, am back up to 185. And a lot of that happened soon after my very recent POTS diagnosis. For anyone who does not know what that is, it is, postural tachycardia syndrome. I think something like that. Postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And unfortunately, with a POTS diagnosis, the doctors recommend that you really increase your sodium intake. I have been recommended to increase my sodium all the way up to like as close as I can get to like 10,000 milligrams of sodium. And I am not somebody who normally eats a lot of salty food as it is. And so like, holy cow. That being said, with all the sodium intake, even though I'm not eating like crazy amounts or eating like too many, things that I'm trying not to eat so much of, the salt intake is making me like bloat, and I'm just retaining a bunch of water. Like I can see that I have like all the puffiness here, like in my face and in my neck and like around my knees. It's really apparent, like anywhere where my joints are, and even my weight management doctor told me like, yeah, it's not very conducive to weight loss, unfortunately, having to have so much sodium. And so, I mean, at least he understands the struggle. But that being said, so that's my current, I'm not gaining past that 185. I've just kind of settled there now. And now my focus is all on like, don't gain anymore, right? Just stop. Let's try to like at least stop it in its tracks so that, going forward, when we get things sorted, we can go back to losing again. Now, I had mentioned in previous videos that I was really interested in switching medications. Specifically, I had heard how effective Zepbound was. Zepbound is like the weight loss version of the Mounjaro. And so I had kind of pressed previously. I had mentioned it to my doctor. His answer at the time was basically that he did not really know anybody who was on that medication. And then the conversation kind of stopped there, honestly. And then we were trying to alter things within my diet and my exercise and everything, and just trying to see what we could do to get things back on track. But I mean, clearly I've been stalled since it is almost July, and I've been stalled since December? So a long time now. Half a year, a little more than half a year. And so I've seen how effective it's been for people switching from Wegovy to I would say Mounjaro. It's the same thing as Zepbound, but like Zepbound, like I said, for weight loss. But I've seen how effective it was for people who went through the same thing as me, the stall with Wegovy after being on it for a while. They seemed to switch to Zepbound and did a little bit better, and I'm assuming that's because it has like an extra component to it or something that can help make it more effective. And so I saw all this success people were having, and I was like, you know what? 7 months, I've gained back some weight. I just cannot keep going backwards. I said this in a previous video a long time ago, like I could not keep doing this. So I pressed again, and I messaged my doctor, and I was like, listen, I'm seeing this work for people. I know it's approved. How are the shortages going? Like, is this something you will consider for me? Because I really am interested in switching to this medication. Can you please look into this a bit more? And finally, I got a little bit more of a promising response. He did send me a message back saying yes, and that we could discuss it further at my next appointment. Now, I did make that appointment. I have that appointment in mid-August, soon after my birthday. And so, my fingers are crossed that maybe we can take that step to switch over to Zepbound. Let me know, by the way, if any of you have been on Zepbound, Mounjaro, like how that's worked for you, or did you switch from another medication to that one? Did it not work for you? What did work for you? Or just, any input at all, I would love to hear. But that is my hope. My hope is that we can try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm still gonna work with him how the doctor wants to handle things. I just can't sit here at the stall like this, and with all the changes I've made and just not seeing any progress it'd be one thing if it was like for weeks or even a couple months, but like we're coming up on more than half a year, and I can't keep going backwards. So, but that's promising to me. My fingers are crossed that we'll, come to some sort of agreement on switching me in August, and we'll go from there. Obviously, I'm going to keep making these videos. If I do switch over to Zepbound, I will be taking you all through that process, switching over and letting you know how the medication works for me. But that's basically it. I mean, if that doesn't work, I think the other option that I was considering was, dropping the medications altogether for a little while, letting my body adjust a little bit, and then kind of weaning myself back onto them again, just to see if that kind of makes them more effective again. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I just wanted to update everybody on that whole situation. It is getting pretty stormy out here. I'm watching it get darker and darker literally by the minute out here. I'm probably gonna go take a nap and then get back to, I've been cleaning in here and preparing tanks for baby geckos. Fun fact, if you did not know, I breed crested geckos. We are working on a lily white crested gecko project currently, and we have eggs incubating, and the first two are due to hatch around the 22nd of July is when we're expecting them. But I had to get the hatchling set up so I'm prepared for them in advance, just because, you never know, you could be a couple days off, and I don't want any, surprise hatchings and no place to put them. I like to have their homes prepared for them for when they hatch out. So I did that today, and I've been doing a little bit of cleaning. So anyways, that's that. I wanted to check in and update everyone and, be transparent about what's going on. And that's basically it. So anyways, if you like these videos and you want to keep seeing more of them, please let me know by hitting that like button down below. And also, of course, if you want to see my future videos or any of the other content I have on my channel, I do this weight loss journey stuff. I do Disney vlog type things. I do reaction videos and just some random vloggy, chatty type things here and there. But if you're interested in seeing that stuff as well, please consider hitting subscribe. That way you can see my content as it comes out. And I will see you all again, hopefully very, very soon.